this is a spoiler, okay? I just hated that. That's disgusting. Start reading them, okay? This much member to breathe. What? Somehow I was able to sell it to you. I'd rather not. If you haven't read the works of these authors, you're missing out. You're missing out big time. Hi guys, this is Pratyusha. Welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel if you are a returning subscribers. So this is a place where we'll talk about everything life. So, books, authors. Well, I'm pretty sure I don't have to convince you at this point that you should read books. And if I really have to convince you, I'd rather not. Because books are something that will really transport you to another place, and it's very hard to say how that feels. You have to read a book yourself to get transported to another world and experience it. I can sit here and give you 1,000 different explanations on why you should read books, but unless you read it yourself, you cannot understand it. So I won't even try. I won't even waste my energy on this. But I will suggest you the best authors. Okay, before I even start the video, I will tell you guys, there are so many authors out there, okay? I myself have a lot of authors that I love. But the reason why I'm going to talk only about these two authors is because one, I've read more novels of these authors, and second, these are the initial authors that really had a strong impact on me. I just love the way they tell a story. I love their writing style. So yeah, that's why we are talking about these two authors. And I'm pretty sure one of the two authors is someone you already love or you're already aware of, and the second one, I don't know. Let's see, after this video, comment down below what you like and who is the author that you're familiar with and who it is that you are not, okay? So, the first author is Sidney Sheldon. Yeah. He himself is a very famous author. His works are pretty much famous. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people, all of the audience that you are watching me know him. So the reason why I chose Sidney Sheldon is because I remember the first book that I ever read in my life was one of Sidney Sheldon's books. Sadly I don't remember the name of the story. I think it has something to do with fire. I think I vaguely remember the story too, but that was the first memory of me reading a novel, and I don't actually liking it. So yeah, I just believe Sidney Sheldon is one of the best authors out there, and his works are just top notch. Most of the stories that are written nowadays, like at present, are mostly inspired from his books. So you can literally say he's a classic novelist, and he's someone that people really look up to. The reason why I love his stories is, first of all, his writing style. Okay, there are so many suspenses in the stories, there's so many twists, but the way he just takes the story, it starts very simple. It starts from a place that you won't even expect, like how can this story like go to this place. Like it starts out of uh, I wouldn't say out of nowhere, but it starts in a very calm place. It starts in a place where everything is calm. The characters are just having the time of their life, or living their life, doing their duties, fulfilling their responsibilities, and bam, something happens. And just one little thing really impacts their life. It just turns their life 180 degrees, and from there the character power actually comes out. Okay, it's almost like stories of underdogs. um, it's like they themselves, they do not know that they have that power in them, but when life forces them into few situations, their survival instincts and their humanity, everything is tested, and it just brings out the best in them, and they somehow end up surviving and also end up helping people. So that's that's something that I really love about Sidney Sheldon. I love how he writes it. It just, when you're reading the book, you feel like you are the protagonist, okay, and you feel like, oh, I would have done the same thing if I was in that situation. And none of his books, just none of his stories feel like fiction. They are fiction, but it just feels like, oh, this can happen to anyone at any point of time. So that's one thing I really love about him. But I have one complaint with Sidney Sheldon. Like one thing that really broke my heart, that just made me go like, oh, why did you end it like that? And that is the story called Tell Me Your Dreams. Um, I'll just give you the gist of the story. It's about a girl, and she kind of has a split personality. She doesn't know that, but towards the end, she does, and she actually has three other personalities inside her, but um, she slowly gets to know that, and those personalities kind of become one with her, and she also ends up finding love, and it's a nice story. Okay, uh, it's painful when you are reading it, because the girl goes through a lot. But the one thing that really made me like super angry is, if you haven't read the book, this is a spoiler. Okay, this is like really a spoiler. Do not watch it. I will provide a timestamp here where you can, the spoiler is taken away. So yeah, go there. But if you already read the novel, or if you don't care, then continue watching this. It's basically, it's the father that kind of sexually abuses her, molests her, and that's the reason why one of her personality develops, like in a way to protect her. And yeah, finally the girl, she kind of forgets those memories. Okay, her alter personality, another personality remembers it, but she forgets it. But then she remembers it, and then she makes peace with it, and then the personality becomes one with her. And towards the end, she actually forgives that father. I just hated that. I was like, why are you forgiving him? He's ah, people like that, like, it doesn't even matter. I'm not even saying men like that, even women, like, come on, that's your daughter. That's disgusting. And how can she just forgive him? People like that do not deserve forgiveness. Okay, they just don't. And the way she forgave him and everything, just that didn't sit well with me. I really got angry with the author. I was like, okay, okay, that's it. Like, I had this much respect for him, like this much, and then the respect kind of fell down, and I like really got angry with him. I did not like the story. I cursed at him a lot. I was a teenager, so but still, other than that, all other stories are beautiful. I think I have almost read all of his novels. That would be a stretch. I'm pretty sure I've missed a good number of novels too. But yeah, I think it's almost like just give me the story. You don't even have to tell me who the author is. Just give me his works, and while reading it, I can definitely say, okay, this is Sidney Sheldon's work. That's how much I love him. That's how unique his writing style is. So, if you have never read any of Sidney Sheldon novels, please, I'm telling you guys, start reading them. Okay, there are so many novels of him. There is, Rage of Fire. Sorry, it's not Rage of Fire. Sorry, that's Rage of Angels, Morning, Noon, and Night. There are like so many other. I just really can't remember them. I don't even have those books with me. If I had them, I would have showed it to you. But all my books are in another place, so I can't show it to them. But I can definitely say he's an author you definitely have to read about. So the second author is my favorite. Like, he just stole my heart from the first novel I read, and even today, the moment I hear his name, my heart skips a beat. And that is Dan Brown. Okay. Um, if you are not aware of Dan Brown, you should be aware of Angels and Demons, right? There are movie adaptations of his novels too, and Tom Hanks plays the main character. And yeah, I haven't watched any of the movies, for your information. And why not? Because I don't like Tom Hanks or anything. I love him. It's just that I have this thing where if I read the book, I don't usually watch the movies, and even if I do, I just have to have the same feel. For some reason, the way I imagine the main characters in the book somehow doesn't match with Tom Hanks. I mean, Tom Hanks could have been, or should I put makeup on, or he should have been styled in a different way. But somehow the way he was styled in any of the movies just didn't meet the character that I had in my mind. So I just did not watch it, and I didn't watch it. Uh, but I've heard the movies are great, so yeah, check them out if you have time or if you want to. But if you ask me, I would say stop watching those movies and actually take the book and read the damn story, because there is so much in the story, and we all know people can never completely adapt a book into a series. Okay, people will end up missing one thing or the other. So, and I don't want you to miss anything, because all his stories have so many beautiful details that if you just miss at least one, you just lose the entire story. Like, you lose that atmosphere or the vibe of the story. So I definitely suggest you to read the book. And his works are, oh my god. I mean, see, I would say one thing. I'm on my deathbed, and a doctor is like, she maximum has 24 hours to live or something like that. And in the last moments, I will pick up a Dan Brown's book, I will read his novel, and I will die reading it. That's how much I love it. The first thing I love is the writing style. I mean, his stories do not walk or crawl, they straight up run. Okay, can you believe it? They straight up run. I mean, what? It just starts from the first word. The story starts, and the pace is so fast that I'm telling you guys, you will forget breathing when you're reading his novels. Okay, Like, that's a caution. Remember to breathe. There are so many times that I forgot to breathe while reading his novels. Like, after some time, I was like, why am I feeling uncomfortable? And that's when I remembered, oh, I'm not breathing. And that's when I had to stop reading it, take few breaths, and then start reading. That's how good his writing is. That's how good the stories are. I mean, he actually wrote an article about one of his novels, The Da Vinci Code. That's actually the first novel I read of him. Angels and Demons, I couldn't read it because at that time my mom was reading the story and she was narrating the story to my brother, so I also heard the story, and then I just knew all the main turning points of the story and all the twists and turns, so I just thought, I just couldn't read it again, because I already know what was going to happen, so I wouldn't enjoy you know, the suspense or the twist, so I just didn't read it. But Da Vinci Code was the first one that I read of him, and oh my god, that's such a beautiful story. I mean, the way the characters are formed, the way the backstories of the characters, and like there are cults in the movie, but origin of those cults, and what happens to the people in the cults, and how blind your faith can turn into when you really love something, and how people kind of use the name of God to make people do bad things. And it's a beautiful novel. Like, almost, he has science fiction novels, and he also has these kinds of novels where he talks about religion, cultures, Christianity, church, and everything. So I I did try reading his science fiction novels, and they also go very deep into the science and everything. But somehow I couldn't read them. It didn't grab the direction. I guess I was expecting the pace of the story to be exactly like his other novels, like Da Vinci Code, The Lost Symbol, or even Inferno, or something like that. But it wasn't, and I couldn't get into it. So I would suggest you, if you really want to read Dan Brown's novels, I would suggest you to start with these novels and not the science fiction, because that's where I would believe his strength is. And yeah, those novels are just beautiful. Like, the twist comes to you in the most unexpected time and unexpected way possible. Like, and the characters too, you would be he completely puts, like, directs you towards one character or one person, and suddenly it's not him but the other person, and you'll be like, what? And oh my god, every time I read his novel, any of his novels, I just blown away. That's how good his writings are. So I would, like, literally clearly tell you that please, please, please read Dan Brown's novels. Like, I cannot explain it to you, you just have to experience that. So yeah, these are like the two authors that I absolutely love, and I completely believe you should, even if you are starting, thinking of starting to read novels, or develop the reading habit, or if you are already a veteran reader and you are just looking for someone, and somehow you haven't come across Sidney Sheldon or Dan Brown, and I would suggest you to please check the works of these authors, and you will be blown. I was able to sell it to you because these authors changed my life. Okay, these authors, they are responsible for my reading addiction. If it wasn't for them and their novels, I don't know if I would have been a reader. Okay, though it runs in my family and everyone in my family reads, I still don't know because I'm a kind of person, I'll only do something if it really interests me. Okay, if it doesn't, no matter how popular it is, I won't do it. So yeah, because of them I became this voracious reader, and a very beautiful new world opened to me, and that really helped me in so many ways. So yeah, that's why I want you to experience the same magic that I experienced. That's the reason why I am recommending these two authors and their books. I will like literally put the list of the books that I read and I recommend to you in the description box, so do check them out. And yeah, if you really like this video, then like, share and subscribe. That's a like the normal thing you do, normal thing that I ask. If and you have anything to share about these things, or if you have any authors that really changed your world like mine, or someone's book or someone's work that actually made you a reader or had a strong influence on you, then comment about them in the description box. Sorry. I say comment about them in the comment section below, and yeah, who knows, I might end up discovering a